sandwiches up here, what?
Bacon and sausage butties this morning.
Right, isn't it?
Needed that this morning. Ready yet?
Yep.
Darryl, another pleasing afternoon for you overall.
Yeah, I think obviously the first half was, I thought some of the things we did the first half were class, and in general, try line defence we were pretty good. So yeah, pleasing. I think with what we had to do with our middle unit, putting Pete out there at 13, I thought he did a good job for us, but we're pretty small, and a couple of our bench players had illness as well. So yeah, overall, look, we're winning games, aren't we? And we're coming to a pivotal time now, pivotal 3 games on the back of what we've done at the start of the season. It gives us a lot of confidence moving into that block of games.
I was going to go on to that. What was the thinking behind putting Peter loose forward? I mean, was it trying to keep the bench as big as possible?
Yeah, I was just trying to balance the bench and the starting pack out, and obviously a couple of suspensions, and with Darryl Clark, who's played a bit of 13 for us, getting injured as well, then it left us really skinny in the middle of the field. So I feel like Pete's our sort of go-to man if we need somebody to fill in different positions, and I thought he played really well today. I thought he played better at 13 than he did in the back row when he's moved positions. So I was pleased to see how he went, and I left him off and left Luke Thomas out there a little bit longer at the back end with the scoreline as it was, giving me a chance to give Tom a little bit more time.
Yeah. The way you're starting games and almost sort of having them won by half time must be really pleasing for you, mate, because you're making decisive pushes for games early on, and like I say, just putting it to bed early.
Yeah, I think I think every rugby league team will say they want to start well, because that's where your confidence comes from. Chasing games is not a good place to be. And we've had to do that once this year against Salford. So yeah, I think in general our starts have been class. The last time we were at home, we did the same against Lee. We just went bang bang early on, and I think it's great when your team can do that. So that the start to our games have been outstanding. I'd want us to be a bit more clinical and ruthless, but that's an evolution of this particular team, and we just keep working on that.
George Williams will get more praise, and rightly so. Another really good performance from him. But Matt Duff, do you feel like he's really building into some really top form at the minute?
Well, he is when he gets any space, isn't he? There's some things, quite a lot of things that he's outstanding at, Matt. And, any kind of space, and he's gone. And I thought our transitions were outstanding today. A couple of where their kicks going in goal, and how we transitioned. Greg Binnikin played well, I thought. And then you get Matt Duffy on the end of that. I mean, that try that he scored, the long range one off a transition where I think it was Ben Curry belted someone in a tackle, ball flies up, George picks it up, Duffy's gone. The transitions there are things that we practice a fair bit, and I thought we were outstanding in that area. And those sorts of tries are killers, aren't they, for the opposition? They when we built the score like we did up to half time, it's those that are real drainers of opposition confidence.
I guess a slight shame that you couldn't keep a clean sheet again, but three straight scoreless halves before half time, that was really pleasing for you. And like you said, try line defence was generally pretty good overall.
Yeah, I thought our second half was in general disappointing. I thought they stepped up and we played like we got the game won, and then it rattled us then, so he took a fair bit of energy out of us, and I don't think we were ever really clinical in good attacking positions. I think in previous weeks we've got 2 or 3 repeats straight after half time to really nail the team down, but I just thought we were pretty loose, and we allowed them back into the game, and they played way better in the second half. They threw a lot of shape at us, and we give a lot of meters up in the second half. So there's, but I was just saying that I think it's a good thing for us probably. There's times where you need a little bit of a smack on the nose to straighten you up again, and I think 60, 70 points today would probably not have been the right thing for us going into the games that we're going to be faced with.
Yeah, absolutely. How's Matty Russell? Looked in a bit of pain when he came off.
Yeah, I don't think he's too bad. He clashed knees just before that. We think that's where it's come from, and then when he tried taking off, he felt it. So I don't think he's going to be too bad. I think he'll be all right. Whether he's fit for next week, well, I'm not sure, but obviously it's a close run thing between him and Josh Hewlett at the moment, and you know, Josh just steps in, coming back from an head knock and then gets ball bolted straight in his melon, his first touch. So yeah, but he's someone who comes in and you know, does a great job, and that competition for places on the wings is great for us, I think.
Any further update on Darryl Clark from his scan earlier in the week?
Well, so there's potential that he'd be back for the St Helens game, but he's going to be missing for these next 2 games, which is obviously disappointing, the role that he's been playing and how well he's been doing as well. But look, it is what it is. You know, we've battled our way through. If you look at what's happened to us with our middle unit over these first 7 games, then you know, for that group of players to do what they've done, I think is absolutely outstanding. And Clark has been a big part of that. So look, it's disappointing that that's happened to him, but we get to see Josh Maguire next week for the first time, which is awesome. And Sam Cassiano comes back in, so it puts some size back in there that gives me potential of selecting Pete in the centres, and and then we're looking really strong across the field.
Nice, just last for me, nice way for Tom McHaley to finish. I guess it's disappointing to be losing him, but he goes with best wishes, I guess.
Yeah, look, sometimes these things happen, don't they? I'm really disappointed to lose him, because I think he's grown immeasurably, really, just as a bloke and as a player over the since we came back from camp, really. And the first part of the season he's been outstanding for us. But you know, he's been that strong that he's going to be a miss for us. And you know, what we do moving forward, we're not 100% sure yet. But what we have got is a middle unit that's big, physical, committed to what we're doing, and he's going to challenge any team. And we're going to need him over the next 3 weeks, because we know what's coming, and they're the stiffest games that we've faced so far. And we need to show how good we are.
Darryl, when we spoke last week ahead of the Castleford game, you talked about being able to strangle teams by the throat. Besides the second half today, do you feel like that's coming to fruition now?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, last week at Castleford we've gone 38-0. You know, I thought this is what I was alluding to just after half time. George Williams kicks 3 repeats, and they just can't get away from what we're doing. Today, second half, we're a little bit loose, but the first half, I just think we're dominating it. You know, if Steph kicks that conversion, he probably does most of the time. We're 18-0, and you know, there's half of the first half left. So, look, it's a great ability to be able to put points on teams quickly, and you know, I think with the highest scorers in the comp, and you know, we're not far off the best defence as well. So. We're happy on both sides. Obviously feel like there's improvement in us, but we're in a good place at the moment.
Just touching on, there was an interview with Sky Sports and Jenna Brooks and George Williams this week, and rugby league fans have picked out what they choose to with what he said, but just want to put to bed that he ain't going anywhere this season or next season anytime soon, is it?
No, he's contracted to us for this year, next year. You know, 100%. We want to keep George Williams at the club. He's a phenomenal player. Why would you want to do anything different? So there's a real commitment from the club that we keep George long term, and it's something that we'll be working on. But no, you know, Thomas McHale is a slightly different example. You know, his family's struggling. He needs to go back on compassionate grounds. We're not in the habit of letting our best players go. You know, we want to be building a squad. We want to be building the best squad in the competition and maintaining that. So no, 100%.
Josh Maguire, you mentioned a week to be back for next week, but you must be really chomping at the bit, hopefully, by now. How long is it?
Oh, yeah, 7 weeks. You know, he's if you talk to Josh, all you'll get is rugby league out of him. He's an absolute rugby league nut. He loves it. All he watches, all he talks about. We have to get rid of him at times, because that's all he talks about. But he just loves it. So he can't wait to play. You know, he's been busting a gut to get out of the field. Yeah, I think he'll be phenomenal for us. I think, you know, he's an edgy, line speed player in defence, and with the ball he's smart. You know, he understands the game implicitly. He's a real link between edges and middles. And but we brought him here for a reason. We haven't been able to see the reason we brought him here yet. So it's going to be great over these, and I think it's perfect for him come back into these 3 tough games, which is his bread and butter. You know, he's a guy who plays state of origin international football, and we've seen the other guy who's done that in our team playing. That's Warney, and he's had a huge impact. The impact from Josh McGuire, we're just about to see, and we're really looking forward to see what we can do for it.
Awesome.
Super.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Darryl.
Nice one.